Welcome to this episode of Sunny Silver Linings. We have a very special episode for you today, with this week's guest being Dr. Larry Little. Larry is a speaker, author, coach, and CEO of Eagle Center for Leadership. In this episode, they chat about what leaders can do to strengthen company culture, retaining top talent, and how to align team members with the why of your company. This interview had so much great content, we've made it into two parts. And now, your host, the founder and CEO of IT by Design, Mr. Sunny Kayla. Over to you, Sunny.
I have a very special guest joining me today, my dear friend, Dr. Larry Little. He is a very near and dear friend to me. He's a world-renowned speaker, author, executive coach, and CEO of Eagle Center for Leadership. And he is the leadership authority in the MSP channel and beyond MSP channel as well in the US. And I'm very excited to have Larry join me today. Larry, welcome to my podcast. And thank you for joining me today.
Sunny, thank you so much. What a privilege and honor it is to be with you. You're an incredible leader and have taught me so much, even during the years that we've been friends, and as well as all those who follow your channel. And I'm so proud of what you're doing, and it is truly an honor to be with you today.
Thank you, Larry. And so, Larry, I'm just coming back from Evolve, which is ConnectWise Evolve, used to be HTG. I have had so many conversations with my peers, and the biggest barrier to their growth in 2022 that they see is tech talent. There is so much business coming to MSPs because every business out there is looking for technology solutions. And the challenge is that MSPs are not able to find talent, tech talent, to deliver on these new projects. And because of the shortage of tech talent, there is a talent war. So their attrition is high. In the Q4 2021 and this quarter, attrition percentage is very, very high that they see. That's being reported everywhere. So the problem of our MSP friends is tech talent. And I know you talk about leadership, and I know you talk about how culture can impact everything. And my idea here is that if we can share some best practices where they are able to retain their tech talent that they already have with them, their legacy leaders, where they're leaving them right now. So if we can share something that can help them retain what they have, so they don't have to backfill these seats. They don't have to spend a lot of money on hiring and training new people. That will help them grow faster this year and also improve their bottom line. So can we get into now leadership and culture? And my first question to you is, what a leader can do to make sure that your culture is very strong, especially in the remote workplace that we are in right now, that can help them retain what they have?
That's a great question, Sonny. And I will say that the good news is that our MSP friends are not in this alone. We are seeing it across this country and really across the world globally. And that talent war. How do we stop the attrition of good team members? How do we recruit that talent that we need? And how do we do that effectively? And I think there's some misnomers that we can really address and help our MSP friends to think about how they're leading their company. And we think about culture and we think about tech talent. We think about culture and we think about employee retention. How do we retain that tech talent for these MSP companies? And many times we think about them in a polarized kind of thought process. And I want to challenge that. I think what we really need to do is think about the similarities between a strong culture and retaining talent. They're really interrelated. And it's really important that we get this right, because we make some assumptions, I think, in our companies. As an entrepreneur, I totally get it. We're trying to do everything we can to keep this company successful and to keep it growing, those kinds of things. But we make some assumptions maybe on the front end because of the Great Resignation, because of the attrition issues and retention issues. And we think maybe the answer is, well, culture doesn't matter. Let's throw money at it. Let's throw money at it. And I really challenge that. I challenge that thought process. You see, when an owner or a leader of a company can think about building a culture that, and there are some very definite things you can do that sends a message to this talent, that sends a message to these key players on their team, that says, we value you, and we value you not just because of the talent that you bring. Now think about that for a minute, Sonny. So what I'm saying is that we've got to change how we address and relate and deal with, relate to our employees. If we are only concerned, and if they know this in a culture, well, that person is a tech talent. Boy, we really need them because they are technically elite. They're wonderful. Well, what we're really saying to them is, we value what you do over who you are. And that really does not incentivize that team member to stay with us when they have to make a decision, when the sharks are out and they're circling and everyone's trying to do whatever they can to get tech talent on their teams. So I think the first thing we've got to do is rethink culture. We've got to rethink how we lead these people. And that means asking ourselves some very difficult questions, Sonny. And it's like this. If we say we're a company, if we say we're an organization, an MSP, that truly cares about our team members and our clients, that's great. That's verbiage. It's good verbiage. But what are we doing to show that? What are we doing to back that up on a daily basis? Even it's the small things that we overlook. If we say that we care about their families, if we say that we want to have a family, even, or a team type atmosphere, many times, we'll spend tons of dollars on recruiters and tons of dollars on trying to find talent, but we don't invest in how to retain that talent through culture. What is it that I can do to engage my employees at a deeper level? Not because of the task, not because of what they do. No. How do I invest in my team members and lead them to believe that I care about them, because I authentically do. I care about them. What can I do? How can I invest in ways that create, and I say ownership, I'm going to say that word, but I don't mean physical ownership. I mean ownership of what we do. How do I get them to believe in who we are? And the first step to that is I have to be proficient at communicating and behaving the reason that we exist as an organization. And many times we overlook that. We think, well, everybody knows it's just about the money. And while, certainly money is a motivating factor at some level, but it is not the only motivating factor. And data has supported, and study after study has shown, that when we can back up and talk about culture in a new and unique way and get ownership around culture, retention goes up and attrition goes down.
No, that's it. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, and that's great advice. So take money that you can save from churn, employee attrition, and invest that money in the people that you have, the culture, creating that environment. And you also mentioned why of your existence, right? So let's start with the why. And so can you tell me what a leader can do to make sure that why is very clear for that leader, and the team alignment is there with that why? So can you let's start there, what a leader can do to make sure that they are intentional about why?
Yeah, an assumption again that we make as leaders is, well, if I tell our team who we are, then that's enough. I told them, maybe we have a sign on the wall saying we do. That's truly not enough. This new generation of talent really cares about purpose. If we say we are an MSP company that gives back to the community, then they're going to be looking for ways that we walk that talk. If we say we care about our team members, we really care about our people, and we want to, they're going to be looking for ways for us to walk that talk. So creating the why is really important. And by the way, if the why is, you know what, I'm trying to build a company with a sole purpose to create profit margin so that my EBITDA gets up so that I can make a sale at times EBITDA, whatever, you know what, then you're going to pay the consequence for trying to retain talent that wants to be a part of that, because more times than not, they don't. And so we have to understand that. So we have to create within our leadership, within ourselves first, a new mission. Why am I doing this? And then we have to lead our people to understand, you know what, we're about the community. We're about giving back. And here are ways that we're going to, you know what, we're about your family. We're about you. We want to hear from you. And I've got some ways we'll talk about. But the first step in creating that why and that purpose is to make sure that our mission, that what we say we do, aligns with what we're doing on a daily basis. So if we say this, many times we think we go through a process, Sonny. We go through creating a mission, vision, whatever, and we put it, and it means absolutely nothing. It's hollow. It's we check the box of, well, I did that exercise. Let's get to work. I did that exercise. Let's go make money. And the other thing we do is we say, well, sure, our why is to make money. Everybody knows we're in business to make money. So get on board. That don't fly anymore. That's not it, because they can go anywhere now and make money. What's got to happen is what is a differentiating factor of our company that would cause you to stay with us beyond the dollar over someone else? Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to be a part of our team? Why is it that you would be motivated to come and work and help us create something? Well, you, as a leader, it better be more than the money. It better be more than because we're going to make money. And one day we're going to sell and I'll be rich and I'll go to my, yacht in the Bahamas. That's not going to get it. Guys and gals, that we're no longer in that area. We're not in that area anymore. It's about how can you create an organization that's full of purpose and meaning and makes a significant difference to the community at large, that makes a significant difference to the employees in a meaningful way. And you know what you got to do to figure that out, Sonny? We really have to listen to what's important to our team members. What would you like to see? We have an opportunity. And our team here, we have created a program last year where they selected important organizations that they wanted to contribute to, and we allowed, as they were chosen through really going to the next level, we called it, they got to go present financial help, or they got to go help us organize backpacks and snacks and things for nursing homes, or whatever their organization was. And it gave them a sense of ownership that they are part of giving back to the community. So it's not just that the MSPs give back. No. It's what's important to your team members. Where do they want to give? Well, how do they want to contribute?
Yeah.
So creating your why is really important. You ought to engage your people in it.
Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you, Larry. So what I heard you say is that why is important, being very clear, which needs to be bigger than you. Right, it needs to have, it's just, and it's just not a purpose for the website statement. It is really where you said walk the talk. And if you're saying your mindset and behaviors as a company, they need to be aligned. Your mindset as a leader and your behaviors as a leader needs to be aligned. And when I hear that, and I'm like, yes, when we have very much that purpose clear, and our programs in the company, they are aligned with that purpose, and where everyone can just follow those guidelines and live that purpose, and that purpose is bigger. They're making a bigger impact, that difference that you talk about.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to join us for part 2 of Dr. Larry Little's incredible interview with Sonny. We'll see you next week.